We live in a world where you and I have spent years building our identity on these traditional platforms, apps, and websites that basically own all of our data. Now here we are in 2022, crypto is growing, Web3 has arrived. Isn't there a solution for self-sovereign data? What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the like and subscribe on the way, and let's jump into this. This is DOTBIT. This is a dApp, everybody, that I'm extremely excited to cover because this comes off of the back of Nervos network. Shout out to Nervos for sponsoring this video. This platform I've been covering for a while. This is a video back in June 2021 if you want to check it out to understand what Nervos is doing. This is probably one of the most exciting untalked about things in crypto. It's this thought of interoperability. It's this thought of blockchains coming together and not being so segmented across the space. And this is something we see so often. Early internet applications lived on segregated networks. Now in today's decentralized world, we again see the segregation into different ecosystems with poor interoperability. This is what Nervos is solving. Now, DOTBIT is a dApp that has recently launched on Nervos. And this is the use case coming into play, everybody. This is the crypto world coming together. The puzzle pieces coming together off the back of project like Nervos. So let's dive into this. DOTBIT raises $13 million in Series A funding on the first anniversary of launching DOTBIT. We're excited to announce we've closed $13 million in Series A. DOTBIT, an open source decentralized identity protocol built on the blockchain. So real quick, to preface this video, what's a DID? What is a DID, right? It's a decentralized identifier, a new type of identifier that enables verifiable, decentralized digital identity. It's extremely simple. A DID refers to any subject, a person, organization, thing, data model, abstract entity, etc. And we're going to start looking into basically examples of what this looks like. First off, DOTBIT, they have a ton of ecosystem members, partners, registrars, marketplaces, data providers. Many of these you might recognize. So this isn't like just coming into formation. This platform is here, everybody, and it's actually pretty epic. So what is this? Data sovereignty. Like, what is that? It's very simple. Just think about this traditional world that we live in, built on the back of traditional applications like Facebook. Your Facebook account is a data container that is used to store your information on Facebook only. Facebook owns your account. They have full control over it, which means Facebook can recall your account, delete or tamper with your account data at any time. Other traditional account examples, email addresses, mobile phone numbers, Twitter accounts, etc. So DOTBIT is self-sovereign data container. You have absolute ownership and control of this container. No one can delete it. Your data sovereignty is back to you. And this is what it looks like. So here are some examples. Number one, blockchain addresses. Store your blockchain addresses in your DOTBIT account and start to transfer tokens. And we're going to look at an example of what this looks like. It's so simple. The interface is so nice. Platforms displaying NFT will index addresses in your DOTBIT account and show your NFTs in different chains. Number two, profile information. Store your social media accounts like Twitter, Facebook, or Discord in your DOTBIT account. Then profile apps can generate a decentralized homepage of social accounts for you. Unlike Linktree, a well-known centralized app that gathers and displays your profiles, your data is under your control all the time. Store your IFPS links in your DOTBIT account. We're going to look at this, and people can have a direct access to your decentralized apps websites through apps such as bit.cc and basically any type of data. So here's a use case. This is an example of what one of these looks like. So you see you have social media profiles in here. Look at these cross-chain addresses just sitting here in this profile, and then custom number 3 down here. And it's just a nice interface to collect it all cross-chain. And this is the point, everybody. With cross-chain ability, DOTBIT is not limited to one specific public chain. Accounts of decentralized domain systems, such as an ENS, can only be managed by the private key of a specific public chain. This is something that I talk about a lot. And it's not even always directly associated to tech and actually having this cross-chain tech bringing communities together. It's more of this mindset within this extremely innovative early stage space, which is crypto. It's this mindset of communities, projects starting to bridge gaps between each other, even if there's differences and disagreements, which we see all the time on social media. It's this thought of starting to connect the ecosystem. And it's been a long wait in terms of finding projects and seeing projects that are actually starting to do it, and this is doing it. That's why each public chain has its own domain system, each domain system with its own suffix. Web3 doesn't and shouldn't have to be so divided. It requires an account system that can cover both blockchain and non-blockchain scenarios. What does cross-chain mean to you? So that's the thing. What does it mean to you? I mean, I often talk about what it means to me, but it can mean so many different things. And when we start having projects like this with use case, building on the blockchain, building on Nervos in this case, what does it mean to you? What does it look like? Here's a couple examples. You can manage .bit with the private key of any public chains. You can transfer the ownership of .bit between any two public chain addresses. You can manage transfer .bit with any asymmetric cryptographic public keys, and you can set .bit as the alias for any public chain address contract addresses. So .bit consists of a smart contracts deployed on multiple chains, unlike the so-called cross-chain ability. .bit crosses chains in a secure way guaranteed by cryptography with no intermediary involved. So what does it look like? This is what it looks like so far, and here's what it's gonna look like. Chains supported, right? There's 4 here, and then we have upcoming chains. A lot of Cardano fans out there right now, I know that. Here's Cardano on that list. This is important to note this. .bit is not a domain system. It should not be equaled with .com, .net. It's an identity system for Web3. We compared it with decentralized domain names or domain ENS to illustrate that while both systems provide human readable names, .bit can serve more users than other systems. So check this out. Let's just dive into this. This is the homepage, did.id, and you can just search, right? You can go over here. I'm going to search my name, Dan Gambardello, search it, and then it'll pull up. It should be available, and it is. And then you click to register it, and this is it. Boom, register. So I'm going to put a link in the description for this. Here's what's kind of cool. I came across this. They have a marketplace for all of these DIDs, right? So look at all of these, and you got a kind of a feeling lucky that you can just randomly generate kind of what's going on in the marketplace. You have a top 50. You can go over here and look at stats, kind of look at the newest listings. You can also go by highest price, all listed in CKB, the token of Nervos. So really cool to kind of mess around with that. So I'm going to put a link also in the description for their Discord. They have a DID, a .bit Discord giveaway. Hit the link in the description below for that. And also follow them on Twitter. They have a growing Twitter, a growing community. This is the kind of tech that we're talking about, everybody. They just raised 13 million Series A. So this is a project I think that is going to be doing big things. Shout out to them. Shout out to Nervos for everything they're doing. And let's continue tracking the growth of this space. Digital identity put into the hands of you. Hit the subscribe and like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.